One day. We're doing a one day. Let's do a one day. So I finished debating on what we're gonna make. A spinner. I'm still slightly undecided about what kind of spinner. It's gonna be an inline or an offset. You guys already know if it's inline or offset because you saw the thumbnail. Last video where I pretended to catch that bass on that musky bait, I was using an inline spinner, a MEPS. Let's do an inline spinner. A hard body inline spinner, like a shad, bluegill, a chunky little profile on the back with an inline spinner in front. Let's draw this. That's the shape of the body. That's what I've come up with. That'll do. 10:51. I didn't start my day at noon. Heavy wood is what we can use for this bait. Maple is ideal. Good to carve on, nice and dense. We want it to sink. Or no, I'm thinking of a offset spinner. Yeah, we just want a medium density wood. I'm just gonna use poplar because we do want the belly to sink and the top to float. We want it to stay upright as the spinner in the front spins, so. Poplar. This is actually going to be a very small lure, which means I should have no problem catching a fish, you know? I kind of went for something a little different with the shape. I gave it like a beak on the front, and the line tie is going to come off the tip of that sharp edge right there, so it has a little bit of a scoop on the front. It might do something to the action. Like, I'm not certain that it will, but it might, and that'd be cool if it gave it a little shimmy. Just gonna taper the back a little bit. I'm gonna leave the head flat. That way that scoop has a chance of catching water. Okay. Every time I pick up this knife, I wonder, is today the day I cut myself? Let's concentrate. Wouldn't it be crazy if I failed a one-day challenge because I cut myself so badly and it ended in the hospital and that was the video? Oh, that'd be funny. You know, this lure is so small, I don't think I'm gonna put a second treble hook off the belly. I think I'm just gonna have one off the back. I'm gonna give all of that room in there space for lead, so there's a good ballast in this bait and the belly stays down while the spinner spins. I think that's my best shot. Still got my fingers. I got this little bait carved out. I'm gonna put a slot in it for the wiring now. It's going great. That's already a little off. Now it's perfect. I didn't even draw a line. Look at me. Professional. Oh wow, that's off. Just gotta bend the saw a little bit and straighten that out. The tail part here was way over to the right. I got a little sloppy because I was getting overconfident and happy with myself. That's a pretty even slot though. Now we got to make the wire that goes in it. Certainly a good overall useful stainless steel wire diameter is 0.032 inches. I would feel safe using this on a musky bait, and it's thin enough wire to be used on even a small bait like this at the same time. Good wire to have. 0.032 inch diameter wire. Where's my pliers? Do any of you guys carry pliers on you? I always think I have them laying around the shop somewhere, but they're in my pocket now. I've just started doing that. I got a pair of Nipix pliers as an EDC now. I use them a lot too. So there we go. I made that little notch in the wire right there, and this thing is going to slide inside, and that little notch is what's going to grab glue and make it so this wire is secure in there. And that slot also just so happens to be where I'm going to be pouring lead, so that little loop is going to be encased in lead that's inside of this bait, so the wire's not going to go anywhere. Got to think about that kind of stuff when you're a lure maker. How to make your lure as strong as possible. So now we need to drill a lead hole. A lead hole or two, maybe two, we'll see. Two. I'm thinking we'll need two. Okay, let's be careful and not crack this bait in half. That's just one. I'm gonna put one right behind it as well. It's okay if the weight is towards the back on these inline spinners. That just helps it cast further. Ooh, that looks weak. I just saw that wobbling. I'm gonna add some super glue. Okay, that's what we're dealing with. We've got 2 holes and a nice wire slot for this bait down here. So we're gonna install the wire and then we're gonna pour the lead right now. I just realized I can make a loop on the back right now. I need to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna bend it that way and have it loop around and come to the back of the wire slot, if you know what I'm talking about at all. But grab it right there and bend the wire. There we go. Where's my snippers? Got my snippers. Snip that off right there. I think that's good. Just as I suspected, I need to deepen that wire slot. That's as far up as it'll go. It's against the back of that wire slot right now, so I need to bring the wire slot up. That's perfect. It's got a nice little bent square hook hanger right there on the back. That'll look good with the clear coat and everything else on it. So how you do this is just you hold the wires in place where they need to be, and then you drop super glue on it, and then they're not gonna move. And then you can fill the rest of the slot up with super glue. But the wires, they don't wanna just naturally rest where they need to be, so you gotta hold them there and then put super glue. There. The wire's in. I don't know if you can tell the angle that this wire's coming off the bait, but it's coming off the bait a little upwards. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Never mind. I had nothing to say about that. Let's pour some lead in this bait. Ooh, I'm getting messy. Lead pouring is not a good thing to get messy with. I got a big drip right there off the front lead hole. Feels very bottom heavy now, which is good. Ooh, hot lead. I like to cut it when it's still hot. It's easier to cut that way. Sometimes the chunks land on you though, and it's not cool. Get it? It's hot. Oh, I just realized something. This is the smallest blade I have, and it's a beat up old used blade, so I don't really even want to. I need to go to the store. I need a smaller blade than this. All right, let's go to the store. Going to the store on a one day. This store is far away too, where I get my blades. All right, this is gonna take a chunk of time away from the one day, but I'm going to the store. Let's go. I ended up going with something a little different. I was also thinking that this might work to be kind of a topwater buzzbait, an ultralight topwater buzzbait type deal, and the bait's gonna sink. So it's not just a buzzbait, it can be a spinner. What this is just a little minnow rig, and it has that propeller on the front with some beads, and then you put your minnow on that hook, and you got a little live bait lure dealio going on. Make sure it fits on the wire. Perfect. So this will be good too, because I was kind of worried about a blade being up here, and as it spins around the wire, it hitting the body. Most of the time on these spinner baits, the inline spinner baits, it's just like a little cylinder of lead back here that you don't have to worry about the blade hitting because it's just a skinny little cylinder. But this is like a tall profile bait, but don't have to worry about that anymore. Trying to get this whole body smoothed off, and I'm gonna do some carving to this bait. I'm gonna carve the gills. Gonna keep it pretty simple, this being the tiny bait that it is. First I have to drill some eye sockets so I don't carve into those. When you're carving small stuff, you gotta keep it simple and you need a sharp knife. Now I'm gonna come in with a really fine tip knife and score all the lines that I drew. And just scoring like this, it's like not a lot of pressure. You don't need to dig into the wood really far. Especially on a small piece like this, the carvings aren't gonna be deep. I'm probably pushing down like 5 pounds. Just severing some wood grain. And then where you scored, you need to cut 2. And you want to cut 2 where you scored from the right angle. Okay, I got those gills carved. Now I'm just going to seal the wood with some super glue. Time to paint. So I told Chelsea that she could just tie me whatever colored feather she wants and I would match the paint scheme of the bait to the feather. And this is what she came up with. It's a white feathered with pink flashiness feather treble. In other words, I'm going to be making a pink lure. Pink's a solid color though for fishing. It works. It's a good color. I'm going straight to pink. I'm skipping white. This is a tiny bait, so it doesn't really matter. Magenta. This is a dark pink. The flashiness in this feather treble is a dark pink, so I'm going to match it with magenta. Fluorescent magenta. Yeah, never mind. I'm going to start with white. We gotta start with white. This wouldn't be a Marling Baits video if we didn't start with white. I know everybody just about clicked off this video. You gotta start with white. It's getting a little cloudy out. If it rains, we're still fishing. We don't give up on a one day that easy. I'm thinking that for the fluorescent magenta that we're going to put it on the gills, the darker spots of the gills, and then just along the flank or the shoulder. We'll leave the rest white. And then for the top of the bait, I'm going to use black, and then around the eye socket, black too. But now we need to put some scales on it. So I got some pearlized silver in the airbrush. I'm going to put some mesh over this bait, just use my fingers to hold it, and start spraying. It's not the easiest to see on camera right now, but you can kind of see it. Keeping it bright. Now we're going to do the same process, but I got black in the airbrush now. And I'm gonna do above the pink, like it's gonna go really, really shallow into the side of the body and just barely add some black scales. Gotta be careful with that. That is really gonna help with making this look more natural though. One more little detail. I'm gonna add some bright blue to the gills. That way you guys don't think I'm doing a gender reveal with this lure. Or at least you'll be really confused. That looks good. Nice and bright. Plenty of detail. It's gonna match the hook really well. Let's get this clear coated. I'm excited. This thing's gonna catch some fish for sure. I seriously just about clear coated this without gluing the eyeballs on. I get cringely excited sometimes. Like it's weird. Just calm down and make the bait. That's all you gotta do. Need my tweezers. I went with some holographic yellowish eyes to contrast the mostly white body. Ready to blast it. We got a storm. It popped up. Let me show you. All that garbage right there just came out of nowhere. It looks like the spot that I'm gonna go fish though has a bit of a clearing. I might be able to fish undisturbed by this storm. We're gonna go for it, of course. The clear coat has like, I don't know, 10 more minutes. Sucks having to wait here. There we go. Some fuzzy stuff on it. But we're clear coated. Gotta clean out that eyelet. It's time to add the spinner thingy. I'm gonna put a bead down first. Goes right against the nose of the bait like that. Then I gotta add the spinner the correct way. And then another bead on top of that. Now I gotta twist a loop off in front of all that, and that'll be the line tie. I made a little diamond shaped line tie there. Just have to put that in my vise and twist it off. And snip it. Now the very last thing is to just add this feather treble. Done. And hopefully that is like a topwater ultralight BuzzBait thing. We'll see how it works. I don't know exactly what this is gonna do out on the water. I'm thinking now I'm just gonna wait this storm out and then we'll go see. It's pouring out right now. It has stormed the last 3 days. every day because it's been so hot lately, getting a lot of storms. You know what, let's just drive out there and I'll wait for an opening to fish. We gotta go. Let's go. It didn't even rain out here. Perfect. Low pressure system. Deer right there. Couple up there. Anywho, let's get suited up. All that I have with me is this bait, so I cannot snag it. I mean, I wouldn't be able to snag it anyway. That'd suck and wouldn't make for much of a video, but I don't even know what I'm saying. Let's fish with this. I'm interested to see if I'm gonna be able to make this be a buzzbait or not. Fish it like a buzzbait. Let's see. I don't know why I delay this. Let's just see. I'm on the dock. But first, gotta get that thumbnail and that Instagram pic. I think I got it. Let's catch a fish. First cast. Yeah, it's definitely, it can buzz on the top. It doesn't do much splashing, but it can buzz on the top, and it's just an inline spinner when it's not on the surface too. It does a fair amount of splashing. Oh, by the way, it is 4:50, almost 5 o'clock. Plenty of time to complete this challenge. Whoa, saw a giant snapper turtle right there. Yeah, it definitely works as a good buzzbait. It even sounds like one, it's just small. Got it. That was a good one, right when it hit the water. Quit jumping. I need to catch you. There we go. Success. It was already official. Bass Lake topwater little buzzbait things that flash and stuff. Obviously, everybody knows that. Let's see what else we can get. Caught that fish at like 4:55, by the way. Ooh. I think that was a bass too. It's got that one treble hook on the back. They have to hit it right to hook up. Oh, that was a hit. There we go. That's a skinny little bass. Second little bass. I want to get a topwater crappie. That'd be cool. Okay, I think I'm gonna go somewhere else. Since it started raining here, no hits. And I was fishing for a while. Maybe a creek. I don't know yet. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna go somewhere else and fish with this bait. Okay, we're at a new spot. Just under this dam here. Might be something decent. Got something. Oh, dang. There's something. I think I hooked up better this time. Creek chub. An extremely fat creek chub. Look at that thing. Dang. You good? You want to come down here? The bugs aren't bad down here. You want to come down? I'll help you down the whole way. And up.
I really don't think I can do that.
You don't? I can like...
I'm pregnant.
I know. Here.
I have no... Oh God.
Give me both your hands.
Very...
And you can just take a big step, and there's a ledge right here. You won't fall forward, just lean forward. Just lean on me.
Okay.
And I'll help you up too.
Oh my God.
Don't worry about it.
That was scary.
The creek's nice too. You can step in. I caught a creek chub. Yeah.
Oh, it's ice.
It's nice. Got another. Oh dang, lost him. Second to last cast. Last cast. Well, all I caught there was a chub. Just a chub. I know this is a one day, but it's the next day. I feel like catching more with this bait. I just feel like I didn't do it justice, you know? We're gonna go catch more. Going to a creek. I'm gonna wade upstream. Still trying to get a pike. Smallmouth would be good. Something. Let's go get something. Okie dokie. First cast. Got one. Let's stay hooked up. I think it's a largemouth. Nope, nope, come here. Get out of there. Nope. It's trying to stay under the log. Oh, smallmouth. Sweet. New species. Nice. Third species. We got a smallmouth. Let's get some more. There's another smallmouth right over that ledge. A tiny one. Let's leave him alone. He's pretty small. Hey, my first bad cast of the day is bad. There we go. Good. I didn't have to walk into this hole. My second bad cast of the day. Got another one. This one's a largemouth. Another small largemouth. Not what we're looking for. Oh well, it's a fish. Oh, let's get that pike. Come on now. Oh. That log was slippery. Another fish. Seems like a smallmouth. Yep. Really catching the bass today. This one's a bit prettier. It's got all that figure up there. He just bit me, but that's a pretty smallmouth. Look at that. Beautiful. Where's the pike? Show me the pike. I think I just saw a northern hogsucker. They're in here. I've seen them before. They're just this weird spotted, like interesting patterned sucker fish. There's one. This is a tiny one. Come here. Tiny, tiny smallmouth. Where's the pike? Every time I'm not trying to catch a pike out of this creek, I get one. Got it. That was a cool hit. Saw him coming from, I don't know, like 8 feet away. Man, the smallmouth are pretty in this creek right now. Is that the same fish? No, this one's a bit bigger. Wow. He came off really quick though. There were 2 of them chilling down there. we go. Had to have been something under that log. The smallest smallmouth yet. Get back over there. Man, these guys are so aggressive. They're really biting today. 4th of July. Tiny smallmouth. There's one. What is it? A largemouth. Nice. Small largemouth again. Ooh, I got a hit. Where are the gosh darn pike? Gosh darn it. I don't even want a big one. I want a small pike. Just give me a small pike. Okay, let's keep this guy underwater. No, no, no. Okay, we got him. Smallest smallmouth yet. Oh, there we go, got him. Stay down. Not sure if that's the best smallmouth yet. Might be. Decent catch. Decent smallmouth. Nice. Oh, I just squeezed some eggs out of her. Let's get her back. Oh, is that a pike? Oh, I think that's a pike. Nice. I'm gonna take it easy and take them all the way back to the bank here. I got a pike. Success. Pike on the topwater micro buzzbait. Beautiful. I feel complete now. Now I feel like saying it's official. Pike like micro topwater buzzbaits. Awesome. Ooh, that is a big smallmouth. You guys see it? Yeah, it's just chilling. Jeez. There's something. I think it's just a tiny smallmouth. Yep. Little smallmouth. Look at this guy. He just doesn't care about lures. Okay, fellas, I think I'm done. I think the trail's back here. And I have to get off right here because if I go any further, the trail goes through the woods and I'm not walking through the nettles again. It was a successful trip regardless. I'm gonna have a tick or two. What an amazingly successful fishing trip. Let me go get that bait. Sick. 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 Yeah, it really got beat up creek fishing. Got some paint chips, got some teeth marks on it because I caught so many fish. Still looks good, works good. Success. Success. This video's over. There's nothing more to say or do. Oh, duh. I have to announce the giveaway winner from last video. We're giving the rock bass away. Where's my phone? One sec. Left it in the house. There were a ton of comments about very nice things that happened to a lot of people in the last video. It's quite the comment section on that video. It's loading. I'm going to the randomizer. It'll pick a comment randomly. Here we go. I'm gonna pick the winner. I hope an ad doesn't pop up or something where I have to like log in, but I'm gonna do it. Scott Clausen. Scott Clausen. Now I have to go into the comment section on this video and find you and pin your comment. You won. You said, I think the best thing that ever happened to me was when my wife lost a fish. Me and my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, were at Lake St. Clair in Michigan fishing for smallmouth bass. My girlfriend was absolutely slaying them on a tube jig, but she wasn't feeling a whole fishing thing at all. Then all of a sudden she hooks into a fish that about ripped the rod out of her hands. She is freaking out. I'm trying to coach her on how to fight the big fish. I don't know if it was a muskie or pike, but it was at least 40 inches. It leapt out of the water about 20 foot from the shore, breaking the line. It was tragic and beautiful, and because of that day, my wife still fishes with me. That was maybe 4 years ago. I thought this was inappropriate, so considering this was a muskie video where you caught a bass and mine was a bass strip almost ending with a muskie. Love your videos, keep it up. Keep up the good work. Oh, I had it zoomed in the whole time. Anywho, Scott Clausen. I hope you have space on your wall. Or something, or on a desk, because this thing's huge. And it's headed your way. Thanks for participating, everybody. It was crazy hearing a bunch of the best things that ever happened to you guys while you're fishing. That's it. This super successful video is over. On to the next bait.